Well, here I am in my backyard again, sitting in this chair drinking coffee after sleeping last night and having, I'm telling you, man, I almost think that, I don't think this is typical. I mean, maybe it is, but I seem to be having almost every night a different dream of a different situation, but on the same subject of we have lost our way, the United States has fallen, Texas has fallen, the bad people have won, things didn't work out, never got a job or whatever. But it always seems to be related to that we have as a whole fucked up, and it's pretty disturbing to sit here, because I'm kind of one of those guys. I think I'm unusual. Well, I know I'm unusual. Everyone is, but I mean, I'm unusual by the point of. And by the way, just before I get too far into this, if you're pondering kicking around on YouTube and come across this, this isn't the interesting shit. This isn't the one that's like, oh man, the guy fell off the boat while the girl caught his sunglasses, or shit, man, that dog almost got killed. This isn't that. This is more of the like psychological pondering, maybe how to help you help yourself or others, but in this case, this little video seems to be more of like, man, I cannot believe that I keep on having continual nightmares necessarily. I don't wake up in a sweat screaming, but I mean, I wake up calmly and go, man, did Jesus Christ just give me a little bit more info on how things are going to go down in this world? And I mean, it's weird. I mean, it's almost as if I've been singled out with some information, but I don't have any specific information except for if I was a parent looking back at the 10 teenagers and saying, look, this is what you're doing wrong. I feel like I've got that. I mean, look what we got politically, and I don't want to go into the story of, Democrats versus the Republicans, but I mean, if you're a citizen out there in the United States, I mean, if you're an immigrant in the United States, if you're a person that gives a damn in the United States, please figure out how to help others, help you, help others figure out how to let's not start a civil war, because we're fixing to start. It may happen. I mean, it's as if I seriously think that it's going to come to this. It's going to blow up so quick, and the news people, which aren't they our friends? I mean, it's a business. Remember that. I mean, but this Trump era continues to come around, and here we go again. I mean, it's just a guy that speaks off the cuff, never has good answers, never shows that he's always in trouble, and he always blows it all off as it's fake news. And man, if you believe that, you need to do a little more research. But you won't. I mean, it's like that comedian that used to be with Jeff Foxworthy. He says, you can't fix stupid. And man, now I'm not that way. I'm like, if somebody points out to me, Dan, you are wrong. You do not build a house with 2x4s. You must build house with 2x6s and R38 insulation in the walls instead of R19. I'd be like, okay, let me look into that. I'd come back and go, you're right. That's going to save $1,800 every 4 years in electricity versus the R19 wall. I mean, I'm just that kind of guy. I get into the the specifics of something. But most people aren't that way. And so I sit here and I make these stupid videos trying to explain to people how, look, you've got a problem and here's how you can fix it. But nobody cares. I mean, they care, but they're not gonna go through the process of going, hey man, you know, those guys are right, these guys are wrong. And I mean, we got to quit thinking Democrat against Republican. It's just this, that is wrong. You got to start thinking like, what's best for us? Well, number one, because I just listened, I heard Trey Gowdy yesterday say, and I don't even know that much about the guy. I know he's Republican, but he said maybe it doesn't matter about the deficit. And I mean, I'm an accounting guy. The deficit, I mean, hell, if the deficit doesn't count, then why don't we just print the fuck out of money every day, more and more? Let's just give everybody an extra $40,000 per year. If you're not worried about the debt, just keep printing money at $40,000 per year extra for every person. And all of a sudden you'd realize what massive debt would be. And it'll ruin you. So we have stupid people. We have let's put it this way. We have the wrong person with the wrong agenda in our politics. Now there's some smart people, but they're all for power. I mean, they're not all for power, but they go for power. I mean, I got nothing against Greg Abbott, but man, when he came out and blurted out that it was the windmills that did most of this fault, I'm like, what? And hell, I didn't even have time to research it until they came on TV and started explaining how it was not the windmills that were at fault. And I was like, God, that is so bad that a guy like that's Governor of Texas would not research before he opens his mouth. That's just really, really bad. I mean, would you like to have a guy running your company? Let's say it's ABC Painting of houses and buildings, and your CEO comes up and says, we're not going to use this exterior paint no more. It's too expensive. We're going to be using this Walmart interior paint. It's the same. It looks good. We're going to paint houses from now on with this interior paint. It's going to be fine. And then you find out the first time it rains that, oh man, did your CEO fuck up? Oh, hugely. Well, this is what we got right now. We got a popularity vote for getting people into politics. God, I know I'm rambling on here. 8 minutes. Who's listening to this? Not many. Jesus, it's a shame. It's like watching a train wreck that hasn't happened, but here they come, and somebody didn't. Will somebody please pick up the phone and call the other guy and tell him to stop because he's on the same track going north while the other guy's coming south? Oh, Jesus. It's so sad in a sense. And this is where communism, I hate to use the word communism, this is where China, I know, yeah, I don't know, they got, you can call them communist or whatever, but they have a process. We don't. That's why they're winning. They have a process. And they're going to implement it. And they know how to measure if the process is working. We don't do that. No wonder we're losing. Alright, shit, I've been talking for 9 minutes and 20 seconds. And like 99% of people, you haven't said a damn thing, Dan. Yeah, you must be Democrat. Yeah, you bet you don't have no, I bet you're against everybody having guns. Nah, man, everybody should have a gun, but they need to take a test. Let's see how good you are with it before. You know, fuck, do I want to let everybody have a grenade? I mean, everybody has a right for a gun, as in the Constitution 250 years ago. Shit. Yeah, back in the days when they didn't have electricity. Everybody had to have a gun. Man, you're out on the plains, you're up against fucking crazy people that will steal your horse. Yeah, you had to have a gun back in those days. I think a gun should be allowed, but you better take a test. We got, you know, I just can't. Shit, I don't want to have everybody in the world. Do you realize we have about 300? I heard this, so I'm gonna assume it's pretty close. 320 million, roughly, guns in America. Oh my God. Well, there's only about 155 million paying civilians. 155 million people pay taxes. And we got 320 million approximately guns. What the fuck is going on there? Anyway, I know. Yeah, I'll shut up. Good luck to you out there. There'll be more of this because it's my pissing and moaning birthday party or whatever you want to call it.